Welcome to Railholiday, where we've been offering holidays in railway carriages since 1998. Our carriages begin their lives looking like this, or this, before they start looking like this. We have two sites, both by Cornish mainline stations, in St Germans and Hale. Our team of construction workers, John, Nick, Ben, Dave and Kath, worked really hard to make the transformation. This is our GWR Break Third called Millpool that will be converted into wheelchair accessible accommodation. To rebuild the main framework, we've used sweet chestnut from our own woodland. This is much more time consuming than using wood bought from a sawmill, but we have the satisfaction of knowing we've been able to source our materials locally. The use of local craftspeople is important to us. In our last restoration, a carriage we call Mevy, we used upholsterers, gilders, traditional net makers, a local artist, our local furniture emporium for items we upcycle, and we have an artisan blacksmith friend who makes all our bespoke metalwork. We buy our plants primarily from our local nursery, Tartandown. This way guarantees our plants are suited to the local environment. For resilience, we choose drought-tolerant varieties, saving water with an emphasis on pollinator-friendly qualities. We're very proud of our outside areas, which include herb beds and butterfly gardens, log piles, hazel copses, wildlife hedges, long grass, bat and bird boxes, and bug hotels, ponds, flower borders and spring bulbs. These were all enjoyed by the wildlife, including these birds, and of course this giant stick insect. Our gardens are designed to give us year-round flowers that are great for pollinators, and for us we need flowers for our vases all year, sometimes filling as many as 18 vases a week in St Germans. So here you can see a beautiful selection of flowers, this lovely basket made locally by David Drew of Downderry. And here's Lil flower arranging. Lil and Lizzie manage the gardens. It's October, so obviously foliage becomes more and more important. This is a bit of contorted willow. With fresh flowers in the vases, our carriages look lovely when our guests arrive. Promotion of public transport is integral to Railholiday. We encourage our guests to come by train. At the end of the platform you'll see some of our guests about to leave on the 9:27 to London. In St Germans, over 30% of our guests come by train, and 80% of those that arrive by car use a train while they're here. We also encourage our staff to come by train. Here are Ben, Kath and Ruby arriving to work on Friday. We also promote bike use. This is our bike shelter in St Germans, complete with brown roof. We use the bike in combination with the train for some journeys, or for slipping down to the shop for the things we need. St Germans community shop is very important to us. Dave was the treasurer at the very beginning of the community shop project 5 years ago and was instrumental in setting up this hub of a village community. The shop is very well stocked with local provisions, and Dave and Walter volunteer here on a Sunday. It's perfect for us because we like to put in local provisions in our welcome pack, and of course a Railholiday bag for when our guests go to the community shop themselves. We generate our own electricity for our station office building and for the old luggage van with solar panels on the roof. In St Germans, our carriages and office are heated with wood. The old luggage van and travelling post office have locally made wood burners, while our new carriages are heated with a biomass boiler, which was installed last year and works on gasification. Wood for the wood burning stoves comes from our own woodland, just a short walk away from the carriages, and our guests are encouraged to use it for their recreation. Our woods makes a beautiful place to walk. We've opened tracks to increase natural wildlife pathways, which has led to an explosion of wildflowers. To increase the biodiversity of our woods, we're felling the non-native Japanese larch to favour a more natural broadleaf woodland of beech, cherry, ash, hazel and sweet chestnut. We have a nature trail for our guests to enjoy and have recently put in the sweet chestnut bench. Of course our carriages all have full composting and recycling facilities, and our grey water in St Germans comes from a well. So there we have Railholiday in a nutshell. A family business rooted in the local community, wildlife friendly, public transport use championing, reusing and recycling a slice of railway heritage for future generations to enjoy.